Here, I got you this. Since you do so much kneeling.
Right here?
If you want.
Found on aisle 10.
This one is better though.
How do you wipe?
Never made love, no, I never did. But I should know how to.
Think about it like this. A man with only one wife, okay, that's good, he's faithful. But a man with 3 women, that's 3 times more faithfulness than the beta with only one wife.
The show goes on!
Well, that's a certified clapper.
It's one of those moments right now where I have to fart, but I don't know if it's poo. And I don't know if I should trust it because I don't want to shit my fucking pants before I go in the store. That was definitely shit.
Why? 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 Why?
I'm gonna blend that bitch in.
Oh my god, Ryan! Oh my god, no, you're actually kidding me right now. Ryan! Ryan!
What was it?
It rose in my food!
No.
Give me the bag or something, I'm gonna throw up!
Gotcha, bitch!
Just want somebody. I just want somebody to jiggle my balls, run my balls, hold it, talk to it.
Fuck, man, poor guy. This inflation's out of control.
Hey, Mr. Beast, when you finish with this, can you do 100 women versus accountability? So I set up the obstacle course here for you with varying levels of difficulty. And on the first 10, they're going to have to admit how actually they were the narcissist and not their ex-boyfriend. On the second 10, they're going to have to admit how their poor selection of single, miserable feminist friends keep them single and miserable and hating men as well. Finally, on the last 10, if there's any left at this point, they just have to call their dad and apologize.
For years, I always told myself I would never get a train ran on me, and eventually I did, and I loved it.
Lord help us all.
I also said that I would never let anybody give me a golden shower, but I did, and I loved it. And I also said that I would never give a man my back door, but I did, and I love it. So, more of the story is, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
You're getting comfortable, big dog. You're easing up. You're starting to slow down. Where's that f***ing energy you had a couple months ago when you were chasing after what you wanted? So what, you hit that goal? It's time to go harder. So what, you reached that level? It's time to go harder. So what, you stacked the fucking win. Now it's time to go harder. Now's not the time to get comfortable.
Hell fucking yeah. I literally have that voice, some fucking voice in my head going like that fucking frequently. Keep it going. Hey guys, if you're looking for the wildest police videos YouTube has to offer, you gotta pay us a visit over here at FreezePOV.
Oh, cool.
So here's the thing. I wrote a book on you guys called Why Women Deserve Less. And it's a bestseller. And in the book, I talk about feminism and the female mindset versus the male mindset. One of the things, after talking to almost 4,000 of you bimbos, is that women have a very difficult time, right, understanding hierarchy, competition. Even women that are athletes have a difficult time understanding this when it comes to dating. If I ask a girl, hey, what sets you apart from, you know, the other woman? For the guy, they'll say dumb shit like, I'm special. Then I'll say, well, what makes you special? And they'll go on to describe a bunch of other things that other women also have. So women are completely aloof to the fact that you actually are competing with other women for a very small percentage of men. But since women think that they're special and that they're entitled, that man is going to want them and only be with them. And it's an incredible concept where women don't feel as though they need to work to get the guy of their dreams. But men, on the other hand, we inherently understand this, that we need to compete in the marketplace to get a good job, get a good title, etc. Then we can play the game. Versus you guys think, I'm going to come as I am, and the guy better accept me. And women don't understand these hierarchy structures. It's incredible to me. Even women that are athletes don't get it. Like for her, she'll understanding in boxing.
Yeah, we're stupid and you are the clever one.
Anyway, let me finish what I'm saying. She understands it in boxing, but she doesn't understand it in the dating marketplace. Because when you asked her, what do men want from a relationship standpoint, husband, she immediately attributed it back to herself because she doesn't understand the hierarchy of, okay, well, let me figure out what the guys want because I got to compete with other women for this guy. But women completely don't understand this concept. It's crazy to me, man.
Now, here's the key to the law of accumulation. Everything that you do counts. And when you read a book, when you listen to an audio program, when you go to a course, when you go to bed early and get up early and you work, it all counts. And it's all going on the plus side of your ledger. But when you watch television, waste time, hang out, fool around, and so on, it's going on the negative side of your ledger. If what you are doing is not moving you toward your goals, then it's probably moving you away from your goals. Nothing is neutral.
All right, guys, that's Brian Tracy. And let me tell you something about Brian Tracy. Dude changed my life. I probably listened to 1,000 hours of Brian Tracy on just YouTube for free. And man, he's soft-spoken, and every message he has really resonated with me well. I always wrote lists in my life, so there's a lot of different things he said that I heard him say where it's like, wow, I've been doing that my whole life, like, holy shit. So, you know, he talks about writing lists and beginning with the end in mind and different things like that, and I highly recommend you look him up.
Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Tell me what you're working with.
What are you thinking about?
So during the Las Vegas shooting, Stephen Paddock supposedly expended over 3,000 rounds of ammunition over the course of 10 minutes from 27 AR-15s, each equipped with bump stocks. But that would have required him to drop a gun for another after each 30-round mag was empty and then reload each of the 27 ARs at least 4 times over. That's even despite the fact videos from survivors show a non-stop stream of bullets at a fire rate much higher than that of a bump stock AR-15 and resembling more of a fire rate similar to that of an M240 light machine gun. And investigative photos of Paddock's hotel room where he shot from only show 50 spent shells. And what about once when the FBI took over the investigation, Paddock's house somehow burnt down and destroyed all the evidence, and years later America's mass shooting is still ruled to have no motive. And even after Paddock's brother went on air claiming nothing made sense, the following day he was arrested for possessing several hundred terabytes of child porn on a 20-year-old computer running on Windows 95. It all doesn't make any sense. And this is according to the FBI?
Nothing.
All right, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. You know, I want to talk to you today about discrediting your emotions and your thoughts. And, well, for me, this has been a big strength for my life. Ultimately, this comes into play for me tomorrow because I got to get a root canal. I've never had one before. But I have dental anxiety, or I like to say that I experience dental anxiety. You know, but the truth about dental anxiety is that it's false. It's not true. I'm not at the edge of a cliff. I'm not going to die. Nothing's actually going to happen. I just have an irrational fear that makes me tense up, and the tenser I get, the worse it gets. And in this instance, they are going to provide me with an anxiety pill, just to like make sure we get all the way through it, because it's just so important that it goes smoothly. But, you know, some people would say, I have dental anxiety, therefore I have to deal with this and that, and they own the situation. But the truth is, you have to discredit it like I just did. You have to tell yourself the truth. Like, why am I feeling this way? Is it real? Is it rational? Now, you are feeling it, but can you say, like, maybe I should try to manage this instead of own it? Maybe I should really say, wow, this is kind of stupid and it's affecting me in a bad way, so I'm not going to engage in it. I'm going to try to deny it. I'm going to try to explain to myself why this doesn't make sense. I'm going to figure out ways. Like for me, I bring headphones and I can listen to music. There's different ways that I can just not get in that groove. And in addition to that, this is the best practice I'll ever have on overcoming this problem. When the anxiety is extremely high, when you're entering the situation that's going to trigger you the most, I don't look at it as, oh my God, or I can't do this. I look at it as, this is my grand opportunity to take full control. If I'm ever going to figure this out, if I'm ever going to overcome it, it's going to be at the peak problematic time, right? When I'm under the highest amount of anxiety. So when I walk into the situation, for one, I'm going to speak to myself correctly. And if I'm feeling anxiety, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say I have anxiety. I'm going to say I'm currently experiencing a little bit of anxiety. Although the truth is, I'm not going to say a word. Even if they say, are you? I'm going to say no, even if I am, because the power of your words are pretty incredible. But, you know, the truth of the matter is, this is the ultimate time for me to practice, to get this under control, to make it laughable, to figure out how to navigate into making this not a problem. This is my moment. You guys have the same opportunity to have your perspective on everything in your life. Take control. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Is it real? Even if it's real, is it serving me? Can I do something besides be basically a slave to what I'm feeling? Can I take control? Can I discredit the situation? Can I become stronger? Don't own the disorder. All right, guys, I always appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to see you on the next one.